Oh my gosh. Alexa, stop. Well, hello there and welcome to Adulting Confessions, where we answer all of your questions about how to be an adult because, frankly, I have no idea what I'm doing either. But I do read this handy-dandy textbook about financial accounting. Okay, well, let's jump right into it. Here we're going to answer all of your questions about what it means to be an adult. And we thought for our first episode, why not talk about a topic that is super relevant and super important for all of us this fall, the election. We're going to talk with one of our students. Her name is Alyssa, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about what she needs to know when it comes to the election this fall. And then we're going to get a response, naturally, from an expert who we could find at our campus. Over in the College of Arts and Sciences, we found a faculty member who, well, is more knowledgeable than me. So, without further ado, let's take it away with Adulting Confessions.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. I'm a second-year student at USF. I'm double majoring in psychology and political science. I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia originally, and this year I'm living in Horizon. This is my adulting confession. I don't know what the Electoral College is. I don't know why different states have different numbers, and I don't know how my one vote is going to make a difference. I just started getting interested within the past few years. I guess when you're younger, you don't really know very much about politics. You just know who your parents vote for, and you know that there's a president of the United States that you think does everything. Just within the last few years, I'd say my junior year of high school, I became more engaged. Well, voting is really important because critical decisions are made by these people that you elect to power. People's rights are at stake, foreign relations are at stake, national security. There's so many different things on the table, like on this little ballot with like one checkbox. So I think it's important to know how you are actually influencing that, or if you're influencing it at all.
My name is Dr. Stephen Tauber, and I'm a professor of political science in the School of Interdisciplinary Global Studies at USF. And I've been a professor at USF since 1995, and that is one of the most common questions that I've received. So first, with the Electoral College, it's important to understand that the framers of our Constitution did not want us to directly elect the president. In other words, we don't choose the president by whichever candidate gets the most votes in the country. Instead, they set up the Electoral College, which is based on states. And each state gets a number of electoral votes based on its population. And then, initially, the way the framers set up the system, the state legislatures would appoint the electors, however many the state was allotted. But in the early 1800s, when the country became much more democratized, we moved to a system where the votes within the state would determine which candidate gets the electoral votes. And so in the state like Florida, which has 29 electoral votes, whichever candidate gets the most votes, even if it's only one additional vote, that candidate wins all of Florida's 29 electoral votes. And that's how most states allocate their electoral votes. Maine and Nebraska do it somewhat differently, where you can get an electoral vote if you don't win the whole state. But generally, most states like Florida, whoever wins Florida, even if it's by one vote, gets all of Florida's 29 electoral votes. And so 50 states plus Washington, D.C., there are a total of 538 electoral votes. Whoever gets a majority, 270, becomes president. And so we can have a situation where you might have a candidate who gets the most votes overall in the country, like Hillary Clinton in 2016 or Al Gore in 2000, but they don't become president because they didn't win the Electoral College. In 2016, Donald Trump narrowly won in enough states to get a majority of the Electoral College votes. Now, does that mean your vote counts? And yes, absolutely your vote counts, especially in Florida, because Florida is what we call a battleground state. Elections are very close between Republicans and Democrats in Florida. And so your vote really matters in Florida because that additional vote can make a difference whether the Republican or Democratic candidate wins. Plus, don't forget there are a number of other elections on the ballot. It's House of Representatives, the state legislature, county races, the constitutional amendment. So all those votes matter as well. So absolutely, your vote matters. And of course, this was a very brief description of the Electoral College. I'm happy to answer any questions in email or in a Microsoft Teams meeting. So thank you very much. I hope my answer helped.